Broadcasting from Berlin, Germany, Solutions Review is on location at MobileIron Live 2019. Brought to you by MobileIron.
We are back at the Motorwerk in Berlin, and it is MobileIron Live 2019. And what MobileIron Live really is a gathering of experts. And interestingly enough, we are located right next to a booth of experts, and that is the Enterprise Mobility Expert Alliance that has been formed basically to help folks think about mobility even more deeply than they might get from just a specific vendor. And we have 3 members of that alliance with us. If you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves.
Yes, I will start. My name is Nienke Roseboom and I work for BLAUD. That's a Dutch company that joins the EMEA.
My name is Stef from Mobco. I'm the sales director from that company, working since 5 years now for Mobco. So, Philip?
Yeah, my name is Phillipp Klomp. I'm the CEO and founder from Nomasis.
Well, so the 3 of you are part of this new mobility alliance. Can you tell me a little bit about how it came about? I know you're all partners, effectively, of MobileIron, but you've really kind of formed this interesting new alliance that I think is a real value to the buyers of solutions.
Yeah, that's true. So EMEA, we stand for, in fact, Enterprise Mobility Expert Alliance. And in fact, it's today we have EBF from Germany. We have Nomasis from Switzerland, and then we have our Dutch company, which is BLAUD. Mobco ourselves, we work for Belgium and Luxembourg activities. And in fact, our main focus is mobile IT. That's the only thing we do. And the link between our companies is MobileIron. A few years ago, it was about MobileIron.
Well, and I think it's interesting that it's a collection of solution partners that have come together. And I think what is really interesting is how joining together you can provide a lot more value, because you're each not only representing MobileIron, but you're representing other solutions as well. And in the end, that's what the enterprises need, from large companies to smaller companies. Can you talk a little bit about how those capabilities come together?
Yeah, I think the knowledge we have together is very strong. It's very powerful because together we have the biggest group of mobile experts. Yeah, and then the biggest pool in Europe, I think. And they have a lot of knowledge we can share with each other and help our customers.
So what is one of the main drivers? I know one of the messages here at MobileIron is zero trust. I know there's a very strong message around trying to shift the culture within organizations away from passwords and the kind of traditional perimeter security. What are you offering for advice with regard to the companies that you're dealing with?
So we do services, of course, all around mobility, enterprise mobility, IT security, mobile security, as our partners do as well. And now with this new thing, with this zero password, we see, of course, we need a big chance. We like this idea and what's going on there. And we think also as an alliance, we have about 200 people just focusing on enterprise mobility and mobile security. And we are used to single sign-on, to all these identity matters, and we are very, very excited that we have new solutions to sell and to bring into our customers. And I believe personally, we as an alliance, we have the experience and we have the skills and we have the resources to fill that, because there is a lot of things we have to do in the customer to fulfill that.
And so the alliance is growing, obviously. You've got, did you say 200 members at this point in the alliance?
Yeah.
200 employees.
200 employees.
Most of them with technical background, so that's a big difference we make. We make software work as from day one. There we make the difference. We have around 2 or 3 are technical experts, and that is there where we make the difference.
Well, and I think that's one of the interesting things that I find is that it's hard to get that many. It's hard to get experts in general right now. I think it's very hard for companies to find experts.
Yeah.
And so to be able to have access to, and so you're sharing that knowledge amongst the members as well.
So we started, in fact, by sharing knowledge and information, but today it's going further than that. We are also collaborating on commercial things. So, in fact, today and yesterday we launched the academy, a European academy. So our customers are asking for it, and it's useful for our own technical experts.
So is that training that you're offering for employees in some of the companies that you're working with?
Because in fact it's important that our customers they use everything our solutions brings, and their training is an important topic.
Well, and I know a lot of what's happening in this particular event is about best practices and that kind of next level expertise. So I think that's a very interesting thing that you're bringing to the table. I'm curious, are you seeing the same kind of threat, amount of threat penetration and so forth that we're hearing about here within the organizations that you're working with? I mean, is there that level of concern around?
No, not yet. Not yet. I think the market is ready for this, but they're not aware enough of the risk.
Yeah.
And but I think I have to tell them.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, right?
Yeah.
It is. I think a lot of companies don't want to know.
No, I don't. I think, yeah.
Just how dangerous it is.
But in the other end, you see now that even people coming to our customers to have a security solution because they hear it in the press. It's coming in front of us. So I believe within 1 year, end users at our customers will have a real demand to be secured, and there MobileIron.
I think a lot of companies looking for a trusted way, an easy way to give the employees access to the enterprise. So
So what size companies are you working with? Is it the whole range from largest enterprises to down to how small and company are you working with?
I think all the members, they are more in the enterprise field, so we are starting about 200, 500 employees up to 50,000, 100,000, depending on the market and the size of the company.
And where are you finding, I mean, are there verticals right now that you're seeing a lot more traction in? Are you seeing companies that are slow to coming to the...
I think government and the healthcare,
Government healthcare is catching up. Insurances, banks are large, but also supplier, automotive. They are huge markets, of course. And when I say all the potential is there, where all the employees without the desk workers on motion, they are actually our target. And there are a lot of different fields, of course. Railway systems, suppliers, workers, whatever this huge stuff we are in.
So where do you see? Now you just mentioned that you've started to release the academy. Where are you heading with regard to the alliance in the next year or so? Are you going to continue to promote the academy? Do you have some other things that you're thinking about?
I think that's the first step, but on a commercial level, I can only speak on a commercial level. We will work more and more closely together because I believe we can learn from each other. It's so important to listen to our colleagues and to be efficient in our approach.
So you have a bunch of folks that you've been over here for the last couple of days. What are you hearing from people as you're having conversations over in your booth here?
Yeah, what do you hear?
Yeah,
what do you hear the most?
Yeah, I think what you achieved the past 5 years with this EMEA organization is actually that our people talk with each other. So the sales, they talk to each other, marketing talks to each other, the engineers, consulting, support, and even the executive people, they share information, they share their knowledge, they share their ideas, and we are all in this organization and don't compete with each other. We are in different markets, and so it's really open. And when I look at my employees, or probably you can agree on that, they work like colleagues, even if we are completely different legal entities. And this is the uniqueness in the market and helps us a lot to accelerate in this very rapid market.
Well, I think it's a very rapidly changing environment. There's an incredible amount at stake with regard to the threat and the things that can happen if you are breached. I think it's very clever that you've all come together and formed this alliance because there's no question that sharing best practices is absolutely the best way to go. So well done on the formation of the alliance.
Thank you.
Thank you for swinging by and saying hello. And we hope you enjoy the rest of the show and best of luck with the Academy going forward.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.